A totally new time for Los Blancos' Tony Kroos. Out Kylian Mbappe in yet one thing that continued as before is genuine Madrid win another last season. Atlanta beat the group that looked strong to end into in the Super Cup, yet Madrid involved Atlanta's own assets against them as Ancelotti showed his underestimated strategic prowess. So we should investigate genuine Madrid's new arrangement and how they're coordinating Kylian Mbappe in the Europa Association. Last Atlanta were arranged in a 5-23 that permit them to go totally one man to another to the LUs in shape. Obviously, Madrid utilized a 4-33, so Atlanta changed their shape with Pasalic being removed to permit the one man to another direction. What was captivating, however, is that genuine Madrid were able to be very immediate with TBO-CTO, hoping to hit any of the front three who are tested for the ball loftily, yet were basically seeming to be a disturbance who might actually win a subsequent ball or find a third-man sprinter with Bellingham from the midfield being willing to burst along to attempt to exploit the space behind the high Atlanta line. Yet this was troublesome against a back five, as Atalanta frequently had an additional protector who could get back in the nick of time. And this is where we saw Ancelotti maybe have a heavier strategic hand than expected, as he hoped to exploit the Atlanta cautious shape the Italians had gotten up position press a back structure, man-to-man across the pitch. So Madrid rather utilized a back three that could cause Atlanta risk in various ways, relying upon where they were on the pitch when profound corridor pushed up forcefully. And as opposed to just divide the middle backs, we saw one or even both focus backs on occasion push up into the midfield with the fullbacks currently coming profound to finish the music three. The objective here was to drive the Atlanta wingbacks who are man-to-man with the fullbacks increasingly high up the pitch, making considerably greater separations and genuine 1v1s, possibly making the long balls from the further locales significantly more successful. It likewise introduced the chance for a winger to drop wide into that space that was made either compelling a midfielder out across to cover, to give Madrid the benefit in the middle where they previously had an additional man, or drag the middle back way out of position. We consider that entirely here to be Kaja and many flank CTO, at first Atanta Cop, well with Deer covering many, and Zappacosta on Rudiger, so the wingback isn't hauled way out of position. Understanding this, Rudiger moves significantly more, focal hauling Decatur with him, driving Zappacosta out and making space for Vinicius to possibly get. We saw Madrid's more drawn-out play pay off for the second objective when Couto went long, and Rodrigo had the option to win the subsequent ball off Hen, and afterward feed Rodrigo. And as we saw all through the match, Madrid got a lot of men into the crate, and this prompts the Mbappe objective. Yet in open play, it was an alternate sort of back three that was intended to tear the game open through the middle, as opposed to the wide regions. This was through Schumanni dropping between the middle back and Garan's requirement for guarded control. Through one man to another directions, men Pasalic would hope to remain touch-tight to the midfielder, meaning they currently just had a two. Here these one man to another circumstances neutralize loosen. However, not Madrid for one explanation. Individual quality. Madrid's front three were all able to alternate, dropping profound, and the middle backs would follow. And every one of the three of these men not just had the development and slyness to move beyond a middle back once they got them out of position, yet they could likewise basically utilize their speed to move beyond them in the 1v1 and open up the pitch higher. Music up, this is even prior to referencing the plausibility of just playing a pass into a foul speedster, into the holes made higher off the pitch. And as the season advances, most likely this will give Madrid a ton of pleasure. Valverde could utilize his unadulterated physicality to move beyond his midfield man, while Bellingham could spill past his importance. There were 5 possibly perilous 1v1s for Atalanta on the pitch, as we see here with Bingham getting in the midfield attracting drone prior to floating away. Mbappe is hauling his man wide, and Rodrigo is doing likewise while Vinicius is drawing his profound. This opens up a gorge in the back line, and the bobble is the main thing that forestalls Vinicius from getting done. Yet it was anything but an ideal ploy using any and all means, as it was unimaginable.